Yes, we're live now.
Okay. All right. Good morning, everyone. This is the July 27th, 2022 session of the zoning hearing examiner docket. My name is Scott Heenan. I'm the zoning hearing examiner for the city of Cincinnati, and I'll preside over this hearing. The case before us today is case number ZH20220108. The purpose of this hearing is to allow applicants and opposing parties to testify and offer and refute evidence and testimony. The hearing will follow the rules found in the zoning code and the supplemental rules of the zoning hearing examiner. All testimony and evidence that an applicant or any opposing party wishes to offer must be presented at this hearing. The hearing will proceed as follows. First, the applicant's attorney, or the applicant's agent will first present the applicant's case. The public will then have an opportunity to speak after the applicant has presented its case. If there is more than one person opposing an application, those persons should decide amongst themselves the length of time each will have to speak. If there is an opposition group in attendance, I may request that a spokesperson be chosen to speak on behalf of the group. If the applicant is represented by an attorney, the applicant's attorney may cross-examine any person who has testified at the hearing. If a party of record is represented by an attorney, the attorney for the party of record may present witnesses after the applicant has presented its case and may cross-examine any person who has testified at the hearing. In the event that any party testifies or offers argument in opposition to an application, the applicant shall have an opportunity to rebut the testimony and or argument offered in opposition. After the applicant has been given an opportunity to rebut any testimony and or argument offered in opposition, any attorney for a party of record will have an opportunity to make a closing statement. Finally, the applicant will have an opportunity to make a closing statement. After presentations have been made, I will close the hearing. Decisions should be expected within 2 weeks. I may limit or exclude any testimony that I deem irrelevant or outside the scope of the application being considered. I may interrupt any speaker to ask questions or to make any comments. I may also refuse to consider hearsay testimony or documents. This means evidence that you want to introduce that consists of a statement made by a person who is not present at the hearing, or a document that includes a statement of a person who is not present at the hearing. Since we are doing this over video conferencing, in the event of any technical difficulties with the video conferencing technology, I may continue or postpone this hearing at my discretion. We obviously do not have a sign-in sheet. However, I show that we have John Aaron Fry, Rusty Smith, Emily Ahaus, and Walter Moeller present. At this point, I will swear in anyone who plans on giving a testimony. So all persons that will be providing testimony, please raise your right hand, take yourself off mute, and answer out loud. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you shall give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
I do.
Walter and John, you were both muted.
I do.
I do.
Okay, with that, we'll turn things over to the applicant.
All right, well, this is Rusty Smith with Watco, and we have a building, a warehouse building on Drive. It's the Cargill salt for many years. About a year and a half ago,
Rusty, I'm going to stop you. You're having some latency issues. It's really hard to hear anything you're saying. Even your video is starting to freeze up.
Can you hear me now?
A little bit better. Let's see how it goes.
All right, I'll take off, and Aaron, if something happens, you can jump in. Maybe you can after the night.
Yeah, and you're breaking up again. If John can cover this for you, that might be the better way to do it.
Yeah, no problem. So Watco is the owner of the property, and the property is on a long-term lease to Cargill Salt. Like Rusty started to say, about a year and a half ago, the building partially collapsed due to an extreme weather event, snow load, I believe it was. So the Watco's desire is to tear the building down. Currently it's a safety issue. So they would like to tear the building down to the foundation, leave the foundation in place and the floor slab, and continue to use the area as outdoor storage for palletized salt, which is what Cargill is, what their operation does there. So I think part of the reason for this hearing is because of all the storage was initially inside, but with removing the building structure, then it would become outdoor storage. That's pretty much the long and short of it.
And the salt, is my understanding correct that it's all going to be in some type of plastic baggage?
It is all, yes, it's in, 80-pound bags approximately. It's, like the salt you would buy at the grocery store for your driveway melt or your water softener, that type of, that's the type of packaging that it's in, and it's all palletized.
With there not being any covering, is there any, and I recognize that it is going to be in plastic bags, is there any concern with it being exposed to the weather, like the rain today, that somehow that could cause it to somehow get into the salt and wash into the environment?
No, I mean, it's all sealed. And it's not there for long periods of time. It usually, once they make it, it's stored for short periods and then it's shipped out on truck to their customers.
Okay, so we're not concerned about this getting into any kind of groundwater?
No.
Okay. And is what it's on right now, is the foundation flush to the ground, or is it raised up a little bit off the ground?
It's raised. It's about 4 feet off the ground. It has a loading dock on once the front has a loading dock, and then on the side there's a drive-in ramp.
Okay. Okay, I don't have anything else do you have anything else you wanted to present?
I do not.
Okay, with that then, I'll turn things over to the public. I guess we'll start with Mr. Moeller.
Yes, I wrote the report for this, and basically upon reviewing this, when it came in for the demolition permit, we found out that they were going to be using this for outside storage, and upon further information, it looks like they're using the majority of the site outside of that scope also for outdoor storage. It might have been shuffling in and out because of the issues they had with the building. So we recommended that they go to the hearing for the conditional use and do it for the entire site there where they're going to be operating, because there's not going to be any defining line there to say you can only have it in this spot or not. Because of the area where it's located, we don't see that there's going to be any issues with affecting the public health, peace, and safety. We feel like this is an appropriate use for the site.
Am I correct that right now the only issue before us is to use that area, or are we looking at the entire property for outdoor storage?
It's for the whole outdoor storage area that belongs on the site, for the actual area that shows as being in ownership by them on figure 1.
Okay, I see that Miss A House is with us today. Emily, do you have anything that you wanted to add?
No, I was really just here in case Walt needed to step off or was unavailable.
Okay. Seeing that I don't think there's anybody else here who wants to speak. I'll go back to the applicant. Do you have anything else that you wanted to add today?
I do not.
All right, well, with that then, I will go ahead and close this hearing out, and you can expect a decision hopefully within 2 weeks.
Thank you very much.
All right.